Okay, I'm going to go over really quick how to navigate everything that you need to know how to access in Canvas. When you log into Canvas, you're going to see this menu. You're going to see Unit 1, Descriptive Statistics, Unit 2, Probability and Sampling, Unit 3, Confidence Intervals on Hypothesis Testing, Final Project, Book Office Hours, Quizzes, Exams, Important Links, Projects, Assignments, and Resources. There's always the possibility I might throw an additional button in there sometime. But if you click on any one of these, they're going to be able to bring you to where the corresponding content is for that. So let's go ahead and let's take a look first at Unit 1, Descriptive Statistics. Unit 1, Descriptive Statistics, you will notice that it says right up here there's several pages in here. It's got the Unit 1, Week 1 Descriptive Statistics, Graphic Presentation for Week 2, Central Location and Dispersion for Week 3, Displaying Data for Week 4, PowerPoints and YouTube, Quizzes, and Printable Resources. So let's look at Week 1 to begin with, and we're going to look at, here's your learning objectives, learning objective 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there's always a question. They say, hey, what do I really need to know for this course? And so I'm going to tell you the way that I have exams and everything set up for this course is you will be tested on these learning objectives. So for your exam, you will have at least one question over each learning objective that I have listed. So make sure you pay attention to those learning objectives. Next, we have the book problems. Book problem 1, 2, 4, 9, 10, and 13. And for many of you, you have the physical copy of the book. For some of you, you have the electronic copy of the book. But these are the questions for the book problem. And so, for instance, questions, each one of those learning objectives is covered in these questions. So let's take a look, for instance, at the book problems. So go ahead and open up your book, or you can just follow along with what I've got here. I've got the electronic version right here from VitalSource. And so I'm in chapter 1. So you'll notice, going through your book, I'm just going to scroll up a little bit higher. Going through your book, you've got the learning objectives, introduction, you just keep on scrolling down. This should be very reflective of exactly what we've gone through in class. And so you'll see these terms in the green boxes. Then they've got some examples, inferential statistics. We've got qualitative, quantitative, discrete, continuous examples of that, levels of measurement, nominal, ordinal, interval, ratio. And then you've got your levels of measurement. You've got your chart right there. And then finally, we get down to where it says exercises. And you'll notice that it says 1, 2, 3, and 4. It doesn't say homework. It doesn't say problems. It says exercises. And so a lot of students get a little confused at the beginning. What I'm asking for is for you to complete those exercises. So in this particular situation, it's 1, 2, and 4. So I want you to complete 1, and then 2, and 4. And I'll make another lecture that comes back and goes through how to complete those and then how to complete the quiz. But that is where you go for that. Then you scroll a little bit further down and you'll notice, okay, there's more chapter exercises. So then we're going to look at 9, 10, and 13. So you scroll down, 9, 10, and then 13. And so if you do these problems, then after you do these problems, you're going to take a picture, make sure that it's really easy to see the problems that you did with all your answers, make sure that it's your own stuff, your own work, and you're going to upload a picture of that. Where are you going to upload a picture of that? That's a great question. So we're moving on from week 1. And you'll notice, once again, I've got the PowerPoints. You can download all the PowerPoints right there. You can follow the lectures there. And then come to the quizzes. Okay, so Unit 1 quizzes. So when you do your homework, you're going to take a picture with your cell phone, with whatever. You're going to click on Upload Pic of Chapter 1 homework. Okay, and so let's see here, Submit Assignment. I'm going to choose File. And then it's going to say, okay, what do I want? Okay, I'm going to put in this file. And then, so for instance, I might do this, open, and then I'm going to add another file, choose file. You've got to do one at a time. I'm going to add this one. And you should be able to do this no problem with your phone. So just take a couple pictures with your phone. Make sure that I'm able to tell that it's your work. And then if you do that, this is a completion grade. Just press submit. You will get credit for completing your work. Just make sure that your name is written in ink on your homework, so that way I can tell that it is in fact your work. Okay, so let's go back to not modules. We're going to go back to pages or home. Yeah. So Unit 1 Descriptive Statistics, that is where you put the picture of your homework. And then we're going to go to Unit 1 Individual Quiz. If I click on this, and you click on Take the Quiz, it's going to take the quiz for you. And I'll do that a little bit later. So that's how you navigate the unit portion. So I'm going to go back to the main menu. That's Unit 1 Descriptive Statistics. It'll be the same thing for Unit 2 and Unit 3 set up identically. Don't worry about Final Project right now. I've got to revamp it. If you click on it, this is everything that was required for last year's class. It is not the same. So just hang tight. I've got to redo that entire page. If you click on Book Office Hours, it will allow you to book office hours. You just click on, I want a homework question. And then it'll tell you, okay, here's all the days that you can book homework questions. So I can click on here and be like, when can I book homework questions? You can't actually book homework questions on the 20th. I've got to fix that. I'll fix that in a little bit. And the reason why is because we don't have school on the 20th. But on the 26th, or on the 22nd, you can book all of those times, and all those times are still open. So just be aware of that. That you can book office hours with me through this to make sure that you have your guaranteed office hours. Once again, quizzes, you can access the quizzes from Unit 1, or you can access the quizzes right here. And you notice, okay, we've got the quizzes here. And then another thing that I haven't talked to you guys about is with quizzes, if you score below a 70 on your quiz, I allow you to retake that exact same quiz to earn up to a 70. So if you get below a 70, you can be like, hey, you know what? I want to retake this quiz and earn up to a 70, and that's completely your prerogative. I would encourage you to do that. I really don't ever want a student to finish my class with below a B. I really make it possible for you to succeed with that. Exams, you click on exams, and you'll notice, okay, exam 1 prep. I'm going to have some documents in here that help you to prep for exam 1. And then you'll have the ability to click on exam 1 and then exam 1 group. And then once again, if you score below a 70 on your exam, I'll give you the opportunity to score up to a 70 again. So you don't want to score below a 70 and bank on that, because frankly, you'd much rather just score above a 70 to begin with, because you're not going to be able to score above that anyway. And then exam 2 prep, I'll have some information in there, and then you'll be able to access your individual exam 2 and your group exam, and then if you need to take the retake, then exam 3 prep, exam 3, and then also the retake. So let's go back to all pages. So we're in Canvas. Let's see, exams, important links. You'll notice, okay, we've got, you can download Office 365 here. You can print all downloadable resources here, to book office hours here. You can click on the YouTube link. So let me click on this really quick. So we've got this YouTube link, and this YouTube link brings me to all of the videos for the entirety of Unit 1. Look at that. Bada bing, bada boom. I've got to get rid of these. Sorry. Now, once again, I told you guys in class, there's a few things that I changed up, like for instance, with levels of measurement. It's kind of splitting hairs with looking at, qualitative data. Qualitative data, some people call it discrete, some people call it continuous. So for this class, and probably pretty much every class forward, I'm just going to call it discrete. Nobody calls it continuous. But for qualitative data, some people call it discrete, some people say it's not discrete, it's just qualitative. And in here I say, it's not discrete, it's just qualitative. Just be aware, there might be slight differences, but it's not anything that's going to impact you on your exams. I'm going to make sure that your exams are not impacted by those differences. Unit 2 playlist, it's up there as well, and you can see it. it's hidden, so you can't search for it. You've got to find it through my stuff. And then Unit 3 playlist is the same way. So let's go back, main menu. So all the videos are on YouTube. And so if you miss a class or if you just want extra time working through that, you can watch those videos and they'll be able to help you. So projects, this is very important. So for instance, project info, you've got Unit 1 Descriptive Stats project. Every single unit, you will have a portion of your project that you have to turn in. And the portion of your project that you have to turn in is literally going to be an Excel document. So I gave you guys an Excel document. And so if you come right here, you're going to see, oh, I see this Excel document. Don't do anything in there. What you're going to do is you're going to click where it says open. And you're going to want to say open in Excel, or for you, you might have something that just says download. It depends if you have a Mac. There's a lot of things that it depends on. So I'm going to open it and show you really quick. As soon as it opens. Okay. So you'll see Unit 1, Week 1. So this is what you should be doing in the first week. And it goes through step by step. This is everything that you should be doing. There is a possibility that we did not get to dichotomous variables in class. If we didn't get to it in class, don't worry about it yet, or I might make a video about that. Unit 2, go through all of this information here. Unit 1, Week 2. So go through these steps 1 through 5, and there's a spot for it down here. Please make sure that it's super clean. There's even a bonus thing. Unit 1, Week 3, compute the following for the 11 variables, Oh, I should delete that. Well, I don't know. Oh, no, I see what it does. If you put your variables in there, it'll automatically populate them right here. It'll populate all the information right here that you put in here, which that's kind of fun. So I have it all set up to do that. And then, so you've got to complete this for week 3. It says, give me the mean, the median, the mode, the range, the variance, and the standard deviation for all of these if it's appropriate. If it's not appropriate, don't give it to me. But you're going to have to do your calculations. Make sure that you do your calculations down there, and or by hand. You can do it by hand and attach a picture of your calculations by hand as well. And then for chapter 4, you're going to construct stem and leaf plots, box plots, and skewness and kurtosis. And so you're going to do that in week 4. So you just literally complete one after the other. Just make sure that it's super clean. And when you download this, make sure, file, save as, and you save it to a location. Don't just click save. Okay, make sure you click save as, because if you do file, save, I'm going to tell you what it just did. It saved it to my downloads, or it saved it to a temporary location that's going to get deleted as soon as I close it. So make sure that you save it to a good location, like a location that you're going to remember. Save it to a good location right away. Okay, so I'm going to exit out of that. And then I'm going to go back to, let's see here, Canvas. So we've got assignments, and then you click submit assignment, and then it says, okay, I'm going to upload it. I'm going to choose a file. I'm going to upload this file, open, and then press submit. And that's all that you got to do. I'll take a look through it, and then I'll give you completion credit as long as you did everything, and it's very easy for me to tell that you actually did it and that it's your work. Next. So I'm going to go back to pages or home. So we went through assignments and then finally resources. We're going to get into this a little bit later. These are the Unit 2 resources and the Unit 3 resources. I'm going to put the Unit 1 resources up here too. It'll just be like some extra resources, but it's going to be no different than exactly what is listed in Unit 1. Sorry, I don't know why that didn't show up. But Unit 1, we've got the Unit 1 printable resources. It's the content that's right there. So that's how you navigate Canvas. I'm going to end the video here, so that way we'll be able to keep these short. And the next video that I'm going to do is on how to do the quizzes in Canvas.